if you're watching again and you've seen all 3 videos. So today we are going to talk about study tips. I have 12 study tips written down that I think will help you so much. 3 of them are really basic ones, then the next few are ones that you can do in the lead up to the exams, and then the final ones are techniques that you can use on the day to get the best results. Let's get this started. Okay, so the first 3 tips are tips that every single person who has ever done an exam knows. They know how important it is. So, number 1, go to bed early. Everyone's probably heard this a million times, like you're not supposed to cram the night before an exam, and all of us do it anyway because we all get scared and worried, except for those few people who are like super chill about everything, and I wish I was you. Studies prove that if you stay up really, really late, if you take an all-nighter at least 4 days before the exam, your memory and cognitive function will significantly lower. So you won't be able to recall facts and you'll actually end up doing worse than you expected. 4 days before an exam, you need to be getting good sleep each night in order to give yourself the best chance you possibly can in the exam. Okay, number 2. Drink lots of water. This goes for anything ever in life. You need water to live. I personally believe that you need to have 3 liters of water a day. A really great trick is if you can put chia seeds in your water. Now, anyone who likes cha time, you know those little pearls that they put in cha time? Well, if you put chia seeds in your water, it literally tastes the same. Yum. It's a really great energy booster. So in the middle of the exam, if you've got some chia seeds in your water, it actually may help boost your energy, give you that little push you need at the end of the exam. Thirdly, have a good breakfast. If you don't have a good breakfast, your brain cannot function properly. So I have a few things that I personally love to have before an exam. So usually for breakfast, I'll have an egg on toast with avocado instead of any butter or anything like that. Another really good option is to have a smoothie with soy milk, with banana, berries, some chia seeds. The next few things are techniques that you can use in the lead up to the exams. So number 4 is study the same thing in more than one place. So for example, a lot of people always study in the exact same room or the same table at the library. It's a good idea to study the same thing in both inside and outside, because what happens when you study something, your brain connects it to the environment around you. It makes links between where you are at the time, what you're seeing at the time, and what you're learning at the time. So if you can learn something in more than one place, your brain will associate it with different things, refresh that information, you'll be able to remember it more easily. Number 5 is to write goals. The best thing to do is before you start your study session, write out what you want to have done, when you want to have it done by, and what you will do to reward yourself once you have got it done. Your reward might be making yourself a cup of tea, going and having a break and talking to that person on the other side of the library, as long as they're not, you know, they can have a break too. It might be watching that new episode of Riverdale. Love that show. I think that a big part of writing goals is setting up a form of diligence within yourself. If you can build up that diligence through writing goals, you will really see an improvement in your marks and in your ability to stay focused during your study time. Okay, the next one, a lot of people are gonna hate me for this. I don't even know that I can do this, but Joanna Aud, this one's for you. So, number 6 is to swap coffee with other types of tea. I actually think that the best one is green tea. Green tea has been proven to boost your memory function, and because the energy given is less jittery than caffeinated drinks, your brain is actually able to function and focus at a higher level. Okay, now, I love this technique so much. It's probably my favorite technique of everything I've given you. Okay, I have been using this since I was in year 8. It's all about memorizing. What you have to do is walk back and forth with your piece of paper and say the words to yourself. Walking back and forth while you're trying to memorize uses both sides of your brain, which will actually help you to remember things more easily. The most important thing when memorizing, not just walking back and forth, but memorizing the words as pictures. When we think in images, we don't think in words. At first, it might be hard because you won't be used to this memorizing technique, but the more that you do it, the more that you practice, the quicker you'll be able to memorize things. I honestly just leave aside half an hour to an hour to memorize an entire essay. And then once I've done that walking back and forth thing, I sit down and I write it all out and it's memorized and it's in my head. I just got super hot, I had to take my jacket off. All right, the next one is on the day of the exam. Now, this is number 8. And I think that on the day of the exam, you have so many opportunities to really boost your marks. Genuinely, I have done exams and not done well simply because I have not eaten a good breakfast or I wasn't in the right headspace. So first of all, my first one is have clothes and equipment ready the night before the exam. Now, it might sound ridiculous. Okay, put my jacket back on. If you can have everything you need prepared, it will seriously help you that morning. I mean, you don't want to spend time that you could be looking at your notes and revising, running around looking for a shoe. So put your clothes out the night before, have your bag ready, have your notes ready, have your pencil case. I'm not sure what it's like in other exam conditions, but for the HSC, you have to have a clear plastic bag or a clear pencil case, a clear drink bottle, so that they can see everything you're bringing in. Make sure you have that ready. Number 9, do exercise the morning of the exam. It has been proven that doing exercise before an exam improves blood circulation and helps the blood to get to the brain, which will boost memory function and allow you to remember things easier in the exam. Different options that you might enjoy. A 15-minute workout with some burpees, some skipping. You could do like 4 or 5 minutes just of skipping. You could go for a short run around the block. You could do some yoga poses. Just something that gets your heart rate going and improves your blood circulation. And before the exam, right before the exam, it's a good idea to do 20 star jumps. Just gets your energy up and puts you in the right mood. Okay, number 10. The jacket's just... Number 10 is to do 3 to 5 minutes of meditation before the exam. The meditation will help you get into the right zone. Tip 11 is multiple choice. Now, this is a bit of a sneaky one. Some people are like, Annelise, should you put that in there? Like, is that low-key cheating? But it's not. It's not cheating. You're not doing anything wrong. When you get the exam and you have your reading time, you'll have 10 minutes probably of reading time that you can read through your multiple choice. Now, if you know the answer in your reading time, because you can't use a pen to mark it, you just need to punch the paper on the right answer so that when you go back and the reading time's over and you can use your pen, you can just quickly circle it. You're just marking your fingernail the right answer. And honestly, saves like 3 minutes, works a charm. My last tip for in the middle of the exam is to underline or highlight. I would underline, it takes less time. Underline the question as you're reading it. With your pen, underline the main parts of it, because the amount of times people simply skim over the question and assume they know what it's asking, it's ridiculous. And it's such a waste of marks. If you can underline the key words while you're reading the question, it will make sure you know what the question is asking and you answer it to the best of your ability. Yeah, so that's all from me today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I am new here on YouTube. This is only my 3rd video. If you enjoyed this video and you think it would be beneficial to other people, give it a share, send it to your friends, comment any tips that you have for studying. I cannot wait to see you next week for video number 4. See you soon.